Hello, my dear friends and followers. This is Abhishek. I welcome you to my channel Ayodhya Informative. In my previous video, I have started with exercise 1.1 of 10th. So, in that, I have solved first two questions of that exercise. Along with that, I have also discussed some of the example on how to find a first term of an AP and how to find out a difference between two terms. All these things I have discussed in my previous video. Who haven't watched that video, please go through that video. If you have any doubt and any clarification, so kindly let me know. So in this video, I am continuing with the same exercise with the different questions. So if you are watching my videos for the first time, don't forget to subscribe and also share with your friends, like and share. So let's get started. So the today's first question is the cost of digging a well after every meter of digging when it costs 150 rupees for first meter and rises by 50 rupees for each subsequent meter. So here first we need to understand what informations are given in the question. So let's see. So one person is there, he wants to dig a well. So he wants to dig a well. Let's see. So if he wants to dig a well, then he calls a one person for digging a well. So he will charge 150 rupees if we want to dig a well for 1 kilometer, 1 meter. 1 meter, the cost will be 150 rupees. So 150 rupees. So the fixed cost, if initially if you start a digging a well and continuing digging for 1 meter, then he will cost you around 150. So then if you continue digging around 1, 2, 3 meters, then the cost will be increased, raised by 50 rupees each. Then how? Let's solve this example. Whether this question or whether this sentence forms an arithmetic progression or not. So see, the cost of digging a well for 1 meter initially when you start digging and when you reach 1 meter, at that point the cost will be 150 rupees. This is for first meter. Then for second meter, if you continue for second meter, then the cost will be raised by 50. Along with that first meter, the cost will be added by 50. That is 150 for first meter, and for 50 the cost will be increased by 50 again rupees. It will be 200 rupees. So for second meter, the cost will be 200. If you dig a well for third meter, then cost will be increased, added by 200 plus 50. That is 200 plus 50 rupees. That is 250 rupees for third meter. Like this, the cost will be added. So let's create a one sequence over here. So since the 50 rupees, since this 50 rupees is fixed for every meter, for every subsequent meter, so then the sequence will be formed by. So if you start for 150, this is for first meter. If you start digging for 1 meter, then the cost will be 150. Then for second, 150 plus, again we have to add 50. Why 50? Because we are digging a well for 2 meters. For extra 1 meter, we have to add, we have to raise the cost by 50 rupees. Then for third meter, for third meter, the cost will be again 50, so on. So 150, this is 200, 250. Then if you continue for the fourth meter, then the cost will be raised by 250 plus 50, that is 300. Like this, we got one sequence. We got one list of numbers from this sentence. So now the task is this sequence, is this list of number forms an arithmetic progression or not? Let's see. In order to check, we need to take a difference between these two, between these two, between these two. So see here, the difference between 200 and 150 is 50. 250 and 200 is also 50. 300 and 250 is also 50. Since the difference between consecutive pair or difference between two consecutive number in this list is same, fixed, hence the given sentence forms an arithmetic progression. This is how we can solve this particular question. So it is the common difference D, D. So this is about the question. So then next we will move on to the next question. Now let's see the next example. In this example, what they have given, the amount of money in a account every year when 10,000 is deposited at 8% of compound interest per annum. So if I have a one bank account, initially I have deposited the amount of 10,000 rupees at the compound interest of 8%. So I will give you one tip, that is, whenever in the question the compound interest comes, we need to we need to substitute, or we need to consider the formula of that compound interest. What is compound interest says? P into 1 plus R by 100 into T, where T is the time interval or the year at which we need to fixed, or at which we need to take the amount, that is year, in the year. So here the given data is P, fixed at initially, which how much amount I have deposited, that is P, and R by 100 is compound interest, 8 by 100. So this is the formula to find the compound interest. So let's see how we can create a sequence of number here. So I will deposit it for 1 year. So for 1 year, the time T will be 1 for first year. First year. Now we need to substitute all these things over here. P is 10,000. 1 plus 8 by 100 into T. What is T? For the first year, the T will be 1. So after simplification, 10,000 into, if you take a LCM over here, this is 100 plus 8, that is 100, 108 divided by 100, then 1. Similarly, for the second year, the amount will be 10,000, 1 plus 8 by 100. For second year, the T will changes to 2, and this is 10,000 into 108 divided by 100 into 2. Like this, we got one sequence. So you need not calculate, or you need not simplify these large terms. So here I will understand in a better way for simplicity. So let's say whenever in a sequence, if you find a power terms like, let's see, 2 square, 2 to the 2 cube, 2 to the power 4, 2 fifth, 2 to the power 5. So like this we got one sequence over here. See, 108 divided by 100 cube, here 4, here 5. Like this we got one sequence. So here in case of large number, the time requirement is more since in the calculation. So here we need to understand in a simple way, that is, see, after simplification, 2 to the power 4, this is 8, this is 16, this is 32. So if you take a difference between these consecutive numbers, then the difference is not fixed. Let's see. The difference between these two is 4. The difference between these two is 8. The difference between these two is 16. So here the difference or common difference between two consecutive number is not fixed, not same. Hence, these sequence are not AP. Here also the same thing over here. The power is raised by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this, the power is not a constant. Hence, these terms or these sequence are not an AP. Since the difference between these two consecutive number is not the same, hence this sentence forms not forms an AP. This is how we can solve. Okay. Then this is about the first main of this exercise 1.1. Let's move on to the next main, that is second main. So if you are if you have any doubt in the first main, let me know through the comment section. So this is all about the first this is all about this video. In the next video I will be starting with second main. So thank you.